This is for my ladies that requested more info about the homeschooling with your kids while you're out on the road. Okay, um, a continuation of the previous video that I had, you would want to contact your board of education to see what their requirements are, because every state and every county it varies from whatever information they need. They will let you know what are their requirements. For Georgia, all they had to do is just have a what is it, attempt to withdraw, and that was pretty much it. And you keep that on file. Next thing you want to do, you need to Google what schools would benefit your children. If you just want your kids to get a high school diploma, or if you would like your kids to continue on to go to college, all that varies because some homeschools does not is not accredited for college. So yeah, you need to, when you're contacting these places, you need to ask them, are they college, if they're college bound, and they will let you know. You also have the option to do what they call like a virtual learning, where your children would be on a computer and would be face to face with a teacher on a computer, and it would be timed. um it varies, so you just have to ask the school, when you narrow down your options, ask them all these questions, because a lot of them, they you have to sit down face to face with a teacher, and it's not all class, it's just some, and you may have like an hour out of the day, or maybe 2 hours, but most of the time the requirement for home studies is 6 hours a day. And for the state of Georgia, it's required 180 days out of the year. You plan all of that, because once you pull your child from public school, whatever the public school rules were, as does not apply to you. You pick and choose what days your children go to school, as long as it's 180 days out of this school year. You do their lesson plan. You pick the days they go to school. You can even travel if you want to, but as long as you have a plan, I advise for the new, for the ones that are coming on and you're new. This is your first time being a having your kids at home and doing, homeschooling. Start out with a strict lesson plan that would help guide you in whatever school you decide to go with. You will have somebody like, pretty much like your right hand man. They will guide you if you have any question. It don't matter what it is, you can call them at any point in time if you have any questions. And a lot of times, like if you need help with your children, if they're stuck on something and you don't know it, you also have that option as well. You can call and they can give you guidance on that. Um, Another thing, the student, once you get to the hang of your kids doing their lesson plans or whatever, they are required to go to a public testing place at least once every 3 years to make sure they're on their right grade level, and that um pretty much saying that they're learning what they should be learning at the right level. um so your lesson plan and your children's learning is in your hand. You are the teacher, you're the school. you pretty much lay out all the rules. Um, Once you pull your kids out, you can't call the school and get, advice from them anymore because your children are not in public school anymore. Um, let's see what else. What else? Um, for the younger ones, a lot of these schools is with the, I want to say, pre-K and kindergarten, up to second grade. A lot of them, they are paper only. It's not by electronic, like they can do it on the computer. Is because I know my kid, she's in second grade, and hers is paper, and I have to, check her lesson plans and everything. But my information, no, I'm sorry, not my information, but my suggestion is, if you're gonna be out here on the road, and try to have a schedule, because you're driving during the day, and then you're gonna have to have time set aside also to help your children with their learning, especially if they're younger children. So once you are settled in for the day, like for your from your driving, help your kids that way. So have a strict guide, um a strict lesson plan. I don't know why I'm stumbling so much today. Have a strict lesson plan and stick by it, because when you throw off something, you throw the kids off. Now, granted that your children does not have to go, they don't have to attend school every single day, but you don't want to get in the habit, because remember, they do still have to have that 180 days. Um, and if the state feel like you're not doing what you need to do, and they will do a pop-up, not saying that it will, but they can. You need to have a file that you have been keeping up with your kids grades and what they have doing, their lesson plans, because they may want to come and see this, because people for whatever reason don't know how to mind their business. And if they see you with your kids out in public, and they be like, oh, well, why they're not in school, then they're going to start making reports or whatever. And when they come in and like, okay, well, here's my lesson plan, this is what my kids do on a day-to-day basis, you're going to have to provide that, because if not, you're going to be slapped with charges. But that's neither here nor there. Just make sure you keep up with your paperwork. Have a file, and if everything is done on the computer, electronic, like if you have like a child that's third grade and up, everything will be pretty much done on computer. Um, and remember, you can also get a tutor. That's another thing. Now, if you guys need any more questions, if you have any more questions, rather, I'm sorry. Drop your comments down in the below. Um, let's see. I'm trying to remember what else that I need to tell you. Um, oh, as far as like if you need like guidebooks, everything will be like once you select the school that you want your child to attend, your lesson plans will, well, they have some schools that they have a guide, so you don't have to stress too much about that. They do have that. You just have to make sure your child is doing the work, and that's it. um and you will have to help them, because like I said, they don't have a teacher anymore. You are the teacher, you're the mom, you're everything, so you got one hat now. So it's gonna be stressful at first until you get in a rhythm of things. Good luck out there, ladies, and you know, try not to make it too strict. Have any more questions? Drop them down below.